Hello everybody, myself Prashanth Mukhopadhyay, faculty member, Greater Kolkata College of Engineering and Management, Electrical Engineering Department. In the last class we have discussed about in power electronics class about the DC-DC converters, that is chopper. So class D chopper and class E chopper. So actually we have seen that class D chopper is a 2-quadrant operation chopper and class E is a 4-quadrant operation chopper, and how it operates and how it is 2-quadrant for the class D and how class E is the 4-quadrant operations. We have discussed everything in details. I hope you have no problem with this last class. And as I told you, if you have any problem you can contact me. And one more thing is that I also told you in different classes, I have told you that whatever I am delivering here, and you must listen carefully. And not only that, you must have to follow your textbook, that is the textbook which we have prescribed, particularly of this power electronics by Rashid or P.S. Bhimra or Singh Kanchandani or say Mandal, Soumitra Mandal. So actually these are all very good books, or you can say the books of APC Sense, etc. So now and I hope you have got the different idea about different class of choppers, class A, class B, class C, class D and class E, all, and why they are being applied. So basically what are the different operating say quadrant region, say motoring, forward braking, regenerative or forward braking, etc. So we have discussed. So today let us start with the effect of source and load inductance. So though it is not specifically said in your curriculum, but I think it is important to know what is the effect of source and load inductance of in converter, DC-DC converter operations. So in a very short form we can say the source inductance should be as small as possible to limit the transient voltage. Also source inductance may cause commutations problem for the chopper, and usually an input filter is used to overcome the problem of source inductance. And load ripple current is inversely proportional to the load inductance and chopping frequency, and peak load current depends on the load inductance. To limit the load ripple current, a smoothing inductor is connected in series with the load. So basically this is about your effect of source and load inductance on the operations of the DC-DC converters. Once again I am repeating, the source inductance should be as small as possible to limit the transient voltage. Okay, once again I am telling, source inductance should be as small as possible to limit the transient voltage. Also source inductance may cause commutation problem for the chopper, and usually an input filter is used to overcome the problem of source inductance. And secondly, then load ripple current is inversely proportional to load inductance and chopping frequency, and therefore and peak load current depends on the load inductance itself. So to limit the load ripple current, a smoothing inductor is connected in series with the load. So these are in a nutshell the effect of source and load inductance on the performance of the or operations of the DC-DC converters. Okay, I hope you got the point. Now we'll start a new topic, actually multi-phase chopper. So multi-phase chopper actually Actually, multi-phase chopper consists of two or more choppers connected in parallel, operating at the same frequency, but with a proper phase shift. Okay, so here the inductance choppers are connected to it may be two or it may be more chopper, and the inductance L is assumed to be sufficiently large such that each chopper operates independent of each other. This is a circuit diagram of a two-phase chopper. Basically, these are the two choppers connected in parallel with the load. Basically, this is the two-phase choppers. It may be two or more, so that's why it is a multi-phase chopper. So modes of operation here, actually it may be in-phase operations or phase shifted operations, whatever be the case. And see, this is the input current waveforms for duty cycle alpha equal to 0.3. This is for in-phase operations, and this is for phase shifted operations. See here, this is the output current. This is for chopper 1, this is for chopper 2, I2, and this is actually the when this is turn on time, and this is the total output. Basically, this is actually chopper. This is actually chopper time period. Okay, so and this is for see actually output current enhanced in phase operations, and this is for phase shifted operations. So this is actually for output for the chopper 1, and this is output for the chopper 2. So you will get basically this is the output waveforms of the phase shifted operations, and chopping period here it is half. Okay, so basically turn on period, this is actually chopping period, which is getting half of the individual choppers. This is turn on period. Okay, now load current, actually I0 is ripple free for a duty cycle of 30%. So that was shown here. Actually, this is shown here. The load current is ripple free for a duty cycle of 0.3. Now for 30% of duty cycle, so in phase operations, all the parallel connected choppers are on and off at the same instance. So that is shown here. So all the parallel connected choppers are, this is chopper 1 and this is chopper 2, are operated getting on in the same directions and same time, and off in the same time. Okay, so that is the beauty of in-phase chopper. And as a result, so input current equal to I1 plus I2 is doubled, and operation is equivalent to a single chopper operations. So that is shown here. So basically this is actually the chopper operation current. Okay, and getting double. Clear? That is told here. And operation is equivalent to a single chopper operation, and frequency of harmonics in the input current should be 1 by T, that is switching frequency of each chopper. So frequency of harmonics in the input current should be equal to the switching frequency of each chopper, that is 1 by T. Okay, now phase shifted operations, so different choppers are on and off at a different instant of time, that is shown here. So these are the different choppers operated. The first one is operated during this is turn on of the first, this is turn on for the second, this is turn off for the first, this is turn off for the second. So entire chopping period is same, but here choppers are operated on and off at different instants of time. For alpha equal to 30%, chopper 1 is on for 0.3 T, from t equal to 0, and chopper 2 is made on such that I1 plus I2 is periodic in nature. That is shown here. Okay, so that is periodic in nature. Clear? So actually frequency of I is doubled, and its ripple current amplitude is I max minus I min is half. So see here, frequency is doubled since time period is half. Okay, so frequency is doubled, and as a result its frequency of harmonics in the input current is 2 times into 1 by t. So that's why operating time is less, half. So that is equal to 2. You can see I is of I is doubled, and its ripple current amplitude I max minus I min is half. Size of filter is reduced as a result, making phase shifted operations of the multi-phase choppers the most preferred. So the size of filter is reduced, and as a result this phase shifted operations of multi-phase choppers the most preferred. Okay, this is actually the current waveforms for phase shifted operations for alpha 50 degree, and this is for alpha 60 degree. So see, this is phase shifted. This is I1 output current for chopper 1. This is output for the chopper 2, and this is average output current. Okay, and for alpha equal to 0.5, and this is for alpha equal to 0.6. See, this is for I1, this is for I2, and this is 2I0. So frequency is double. As a result, this is the case. Okay. For alpha equal to 50%, basically I for phase shifted operation is continuous and without any ripples, and for alpha equal to 60%, I is continuous with a pedestal of 0.5 IO. So that is shown here. Basically, it is shown here. Okay. And multi-phase choppers are used where a large load current is required. Here, and advantage, input current has reduced. Input current has reduced ripple amplitude and increased ripple frequency, and as a consequence, the size of the filter is reduced. And disadvantage is extra commutation circuits required, additional external inductors required, complexity in the control logic. These are the basic disadvantages. And advantages is input current has reduced ripple amplitude and increased ripple frequency, and as you can see, the size of the filter is reduced. And disadvantage is extra computation circuits is required, additional external inductors is required, and then complexity in the control logic is also more. So these are the advantages and disadvantages. Once again, I'm say repeating the entire thing in a quick manner. Basically, let's see. Actually, once again, I'm telling you, this is actually multi-phase choppers is nothing but it is consists of 2 or more choppers connected in parallel, and inductance L is assumed to sufficiently large such that each chopper operates independently of each other, and also that the multi-phase chopper operating at the same frequency but with proper phase shift. This type of operation enables the load and the power supply to be subjected and to an effective frequency, which is a multiple of the chopping frequency, and as a result the supply harmonic current is reduced and the ripple amplitude decreases. So this is a circuit for a two-phase chopper. So modes of operations may be in-phase operations or phase shifted operations. So here the waveforms of the input current waveforms for duty cycle of 30% for in-phase operation, and this is for phase shifted operations is shown here. This is actually say load current I0 is ripple free for a duty cycles of 30%. So that is shown here. Once again I'm showing you. That is in phase operations, all the parallel connected choppers are on and off at the same instant. So that is given. Okay, and input current equal to I1 plus I2 is double. Operation is equivalent to a single chopper operations, and frequency of the harmonic in the input current equal to 1 by T, which is nothing but the switching frequency of each chopper. And for phase shifted operations, different choppers are on and off at a different instant of time. For alpha 30% chopper 1 is on for 0.3 T. T is the chopping period from T equal to 0. Chopper 2 is made on such that I1 plus I2 is periodic in nature, and frequency of I is double, and its ripple current amplitude I max minus I minimum is halved. Frequency of harmonics in the input current is twice of 1 by T, and size of filter is reduced. As a result, making phase shifted operations of the multi-phase choppers the most preferred. Okay, and this is the current waveforms for phase shifted operations for alpha equal to 0.5 and alpha equal to 0.6. It is shown here, and for alpha 50%, I for phase shifted operation is continuous and without any ripples, and for alpha 60%, I is continuous with a pedestal of 0.5 I0, so that is shown here. Okay, so that actually the say advantages, and this is actually the advantages. Input current has reduced ripple amplitude and increased ripple frequency as a consequence of the size of the filter is reduced. And disadvantages are extra communication circuits, additional external inductors, and complexity in the control logics are the disadvantages of such multi-phase choppers in phase shift operations mode. So that is actually in a nutshell the operations of say multi-phase choppers in phase operations mode and in phase shift operations mode, and what are the different waveforms in different alpha value of for phase shifted operations as well as in phase operations. And also we have discussed the advantages and disadvantages of this multi-phase choppers operations. Okay, so I think that makes your idea clear. So if you listen the lecture carefully, I hope you will understand the subject, and I think you don't have any problem. So not only that, I ask you to consult the textbook. In every class I am telling you that go to the after listening the lecture carefully, you must consult your textbook. And the next period of time of this class will discuss. So as we are already reached at the say last topic of this unit 4, of DC-DC converters. So far what we have discussed in this unit. So we must have a quick recapitulations of the entire thing. So basically we have seen in this class what is the DC-DC converter is, what is its principle of operations, what is control strategies, what is step-up choppers, what are the types of choppers, so and what are the say performance parameters, what is multi-phase choppers, etc. So we have with a brief given a brief introductions of the chopper circuits, where it is being used, and what is chopper circuits actually we have seen. So this is actually the say schematic diagram. So it is basically a converters from DC to DC converters, the input of fixed voltage or power to output of variable voltage and power. So this is actually a representations of a fixed DC input to variable DC inputs, and where it is being used, what are the components used here for low application GTO, IGBT, power VGT, power source, and for high power applications like ratios. So basically it is a switch, high speed switch. So it is shown, symbol is like this. So in a broad sense, choppers are of AC link choppers or DC choppers. So these are this is AC link chopper. Basically in between input DC and output DC, AC is being linked. That is say basically DC is first inverted into AC, and then it is step up for higher value. Okay, so this is actually AC link chopper, and this is DC chopper. So basically from DC to DC. So we have discussed mostly about this DC chopper. So how chopper operates, so that's quick discussions we have given. This is the chopper circuit, and when this switch is on, so how the current is being flowing, and when it is off, so how we will have in conduction through which the current flow will be continued. So this is chopper circuit. Output voltage and output current waveforms are also shown, and this is the expressions. From this actually we have discussed the control strategies, which is derived from this equation system. This basic thing is like that. So control strategies was time ratio control and current limit control. And time ratio control once again constant frequency operations or the pulse width modulations operations, and variable frequency operations or frequency modulation control, FMC. So these are the two time ratio controls, and another one is the current limit control. So constant frequency operations, it is shown here. Total T is constant chopping period, but with the variation of the turn on and turn off period, so that frequency can be changed, and frequency modulation can be done. And for variable frequency operations or frequency modulation control, so from this figure it is shown, it is this time period is being adjusted to chopping periods, and as a result chopping frequency, that is 1 by f, t equal to 1 by f or f equal to 1 by t, so that can be controlled. So that's why it is called a variable frequency operation or frequency modulation control. And what are the so basically say variable frequency, what are the disadvantages of the variable frequency over and what is the advantages of the frequency modulation control, pulse width modulation control. So that is discussed, we have discussed. And current limit controls also, how it is current limit is being done, from that is the say from maximum to minimum current say the operations is being done, that's why it is called current limit control. And also we have discussed about different chopper, that is step up chopper or a buck converter. Okay, then step down chopper, step down chopper or a buck converter. So its circuit diagram, its operations, its waveform, etc. we have discussed actually. So this is Now this is all about the step down chopper. So, and then we have discussed about step up chopper. uh, its circuit diagram. Its circuit diagram uh, this is actually step uh, step of operations, step down chopper operations. Its circuit diagram, different its let's say mathematical reductions. Then step up chopper or boost converters also we have discussed. Okay, and so its circuit, its operations, and why it is step up, that is also we have discussed. And then its applications for regenerative braking of the DC motors we have discussed in our in details. So actually these are the things we have discussed in our DC-DC converter circuit. So then we have discussed about, say, step up and step down, that is buck boost, or say torque converters, that is basically step up and step down converters, its operations, its circuit diagram, etc. We have say discussed here in this DC-DC converter operations. And then we have discussed the performance parameter of chopper, then classifications of choppers, that is class A, class B, class C, and class D and class E choppers, as these classifications were based on their quadrant operations. So class A choppers for first quadrant operation, class B for say actually second quadrant operations, and how they are operated. So their circuit diagram, their operational procedure, and their waveforms. Then class B choppers, so that is for the second quadrant choppers. So why it is second quadrant choppers, how it is operated, and what its circuit diagrams, what is waveforms, then what is the expressions, how we will get the expressions of the output current from the voltage equations of operation conditions. Now then we have discussed class C chopper, so which is a two quadrant choppers. Then how it operates and why, what is the precautions, why, what is the process of operations, and its waveforms also we have discussed. That is class C. Then class D operation, its circuit diagram, its what are the say quadrant, in which quadrants it is operating, and how it is operating, what should be its waveforms, so output voltage, output current waveforms, etc. we have discussed. And then we have also discussed the class C choppers, which is a four quadrant operations of the choppers. Then how it is operated in the four quadrants, so that is quadrant 1, 2, 3 and 4, that we have discussed. And we have also say discussed about the effect of source and load inductance, basically in the chopper operations. And then we have lastly we have discussed about multi-phase choppers. So basically how it is operated in multi-phase choppers is basically in phase operations and phase shift operations we have discussed, and how it is being utilized for say in our say industrial life or practical life. So mostly we have discussed all these things. So that covers the entire curriculum of this DC-DC converters, which is given as depicted in the curriculum. And once again, I'm telling you, if you have any difficulty or problem after this listening this the lectures carefully, you are always suggested to say consult your textbook, so which is given. I told you that either it may be Rasid, or it may be of P.S. Bimla or Singh Kanchandani or Sumit Samandal or P.K. Sen, whatever it is. So all books are very standard books. So you go through this, and not only that, you can consult various say lectures available in the internet. You can consult NPTEL lectures also. I have taken help of this say materials for preparing this video lectures. So I think after say properly reading and say understanding the subject, you will be able to you will get a proper outcome of this program. That is, you will how it is being used in our life in practical life in industry or anywhere in where this chopper can be utilized. So with this, I wish to conclude the lectures, and once again I'm telling you, if you have any problem, you may contact me for say discussions. Okay, so actually with this I am completing my lecture here. Okay, thank you.